Today marks 1272nd day sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope these lessons will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, it will empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about trust. Trust is such a beautiful and important word. Without trust, we're not able to build leadership. Without trust, we're not able to really pursue big things because if we do not trust ourselves, it's very hard to pursue. I think that every single aspect of our lives requires trust. Relationships requires trust. Pursuing vision requires a little bit of trust. Everything requires trust. But I think that relationships is the key aspect of life. Serving people, adding value to people, experience with people, connection, social community. And of course, the foundation of that connection is trust. No trust, no foundation. That means that it could fall apart anytime. So today we'll share how you're able to destroy trust. 5 simple things. There's a lot of ways to destroy trust. A majority of things we know what to do and what not to do. But today, I will focus on really probably smaller things we to be able to look into because sometimes the small details really matter in the big picture. So 5 things that you potentially could do to destroy trust, and 5 things what you could do to really build that trust. So number one is that betray vulnerability. So betray someone's vulnerability. So when someone shares something meaningful for them, something that they were embarrassed, rejected, or any kind of vulnerability, that means even a joke, a small joke, even could be a light joke, could be going through the boundaries, so could destroy. Like if you're able to joke about my vulnerability, what you could do with other things. So there's a massive uh, thing that destroys trust. Like, I will never share anything with you anymore because you making jokes of my things that is actually important for me, serious for me. So it might be that it's not serious for you. Maybe it's a minor thing for you. But if someone shared that this is my vulnerability, this is my insecurity, this is something that really hurt me, this is something that I was embarrassed about. Again, this is not about you. This is about the person who is sharing. Because if a person shared that this is something that hurt me in the past, that means that we're supposed to learn that we're not even making jokes. We're not supposed to share with anybody. That is sacred. It is a sacred secret that we need to keep to ourselves. And that's how we build trust. Because if you're able to really show that you're able to keep even small vulnerabilities, because of course, as if someone will share something massive, then I will able to really sacredly protect it. But I think everything starts from small things. If you're not able to really protect small secrets, nobody will give you even big secrets. And that's again how you lose trust when you're able to really keep those small secrets in check. You build trust, and of course, you can be able to get medium and large secrets shared with you. I think that's very important. Nothing destroys really trust faster than turning someone else's softness into your leverage. Number two is withhold the truth. And I think that this is again when you're sharing something, and it seems that when you share something, it seems that something is you always leaving something not said. Or maybe you are sharing and someone needs to read between the lines. I think that's very hard, and I think that it might be to forget to mention things. Anything that is still not full communication. So not full communication could really makes other person that feels that something is missing here. And when you have that feeling that something missing here and understand what yet, of course it destroys trust. Because we want to make sure that we have a whole picture. Because if we do not understand some parts or even small part, sometimes destroys the whole trust. And the whole thing seems like is not trustworthy. Now, is that how it's supposed to be? Not, but that's how we trust. A lot of times, we just not looking at the whole picture. We're looking at the small piece because probably you've heard 1,000 times how we do one thing. That's how we do everything, and that means that trust could be built into understanding that we need to share whole truth, not really keep something for ourselves. Gaslight their intuition. It might be they're saying that, oh, like I have some gut feeling that something is wrong about it, and then saying like, no, don't worry about it. This you are overreacting. This is not. Everything will be okay. So they mean that someone has some kind of emotional intuition rather than accepting. Yeah, it might. Like if you're feeling this way, it might be that there's something that we need to look at. We need to be more cautious. We need to be more careful and then look at, and help to really understand where is good things, where are bad things, rather than say that you're overreacting, being able to really help to really to to build that self trust. I think that's if we if we really saying that we are overreacting sometimes, we can really destroy their self trust, self intuition, and of course that we destroy that bond with that person. I think that we need to understand that when you really cause someone to doubt themselves, even their intuition, that could destroy their image or image control. And of course, that will make a damage to themselves. And of course, that will destroy trust. Number four is fail to apologize with integrity. I think that's very, very important. This is again, sharing I'm sorry is again, you can say so many different ways. Say, I'm sorry. Or I can say like, I'm sorry. Like, and just still doubting, should I say I'm sorry or still not? I think that that's a total different way. So to be able to really bring that tonality in, and when you're sorry, you actually sorry, and being able to say why you're sorry, because sometimes I don't know why I hurt you, but I'm sorry. So that means that you will do that again because you have no idea, you have no repentance. I think it's being able to realize, apologize, not justify, not minimize, just saying like I'm so sorry that I did and specifically what you did, and I will not do that again. Because sometimes we have justifications. Oh, I felt so sad, I felt so bad, la 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 la, and being able not just remove it. It doesn't. Nobody cares it. We need to be able to really give a real apology, a real sentence. And I think that will make a massive change and will repair things very fast. I think people want to trust people. Just sometimes it's very hard to trust people when people are making excuses, justifications, rather than really give authentic apologies with integrity. The last one from the things that destroy trust is disappear when they need it the most. Disappear when they need it the most. So that means that when the person is there during good days, but when the bad day, when you don't feel right, person is not found. And sometimes people disappear not from the good, not from the bad, not from a bad heart. They just don't know how to be there for the person who is struggling, who is suffering, who has in pain. I don't know what they will need to say. But you don't need to say anything. You just need to be there and listen. And be there. And that's it, showing up and still and sit and listen. Not say anything. Just sit and listen. That's all you need to do to really build and keep trust. It might be that, of course, could be someone that's actually not kind and disappears and just people just for the good days, just for the joy days. That's not actually a friend, that's an acquaintance. And of course, we need to build that friendships. We're able to really have friends who are happy for you during good days and happy for you during bad days because they're able to bring that joy with you. Trust dies when people realize you only show up for the easy parts, not the real ones. Not the real ones. And real ones are those suffering because every single person will go through that. It's very, very important. So now we're looking to the positive side now, how to build that trust, how to build that trust, because that is again the most important foundation of connection. So number one, be safe for their nervous system. I think that is a very interesting thing. That means that when someone is coming to you, you can really speak even grounded, slow, listen. I think that we even us how grounded we are, we're able to build trust just by the way how we communicate. That's is subconscious level communication. That means when you share with conviction, with bottled enthusiasm, that's the beautiful thing. So that means you just being more confident, you're able to build trust because you stand grounded, stand calm. So that means that if you want to have build trust, that means just by growing yourself and coming in relationship and connection with that groundedness, that's already built trust. When people can fall apart in front of you and feel more whole, they trust their soul. So it means that when you take care of yourself and you're very grounded, you're able to really pour into other people's cups and they feel more grounded around you as well. And that's like a massive trust building thing. Own your shadow in front of them. So that means being able to really understand that you got triggered, you got disappointed, you made a mistake, and really own that, own those insecurities, own those shadows, and say that this is what I'm working on. I have been struggling with that. I'm much better than before, and if I get triggered, I will let you know. This is my trigger. I'm working on that, and being able to say that this is what is my weakness. This is my blind spot. Share with me. Help me to overcome this insecurity. I think being able to really own that rather than hide it, because most people know your insecurities, know your shadows, know your blind spots, but sometimes they just don't know if you're aware of it. When you show that you're aware of it, you build trust, because that means that awareness is one of the key aspects of amazing skill sets, because when you're aware, you're able to change it. Until you're aware, you're not able to change. So people trust those who can see their darkness, their weaknesses, and they're able to label it, because they know when you label it, you're able to prove it. Because they know that you're not hiding anything. Because even if you don't hide darkness, that means that you are have full of integrity. And of course, you will not poison that relationship, because you're working on yourself. Because every single person needs to work on yourself. Number three, give others permission to be fully themselves. That means that love unconditionally. That means that love is a beautiful word, because you can love your friend, you can love your husband or wife, you're able to love parents, kids. Like there's everyone you're able to love. Different love, but every single love needs to be unconditional. So that means that being able to really love and really come from the good. Don't punish with the drama. Be able to really not make no and rejection. Really making sure that you let people show up their true selves and really feel still accepted. Because we don't want to really create that fantasy of a person. It's like you need to be a certain level, or you're not my friend. The great trust is built when people don't have to filter their own truth to protect your comfort. So interesting. Sometimes people protect their and they don't share through themselves, but they know that their true self will trigger something in you. Do you think that it builds trust? No. But when you're able to really be yourself, no matter you take away all the masks, and this is who I am, I think that is a builds a massive trust. Number four, be transparent with your imperfections. Again, this is again very important. I think that it's very important to share um, when you're going to do things, and you say that I'm learning to do this. I'm learning this skill set, and I'm not perfect. And I know that when you think about becoming expert, a lot of times you suck. You terribly suck, then you suck, then you suck a little bit less, then we do neutral, then pretty good, and then you go to good, great, and expert. But that means that when you suck, you need to tell that I suck at this right now, but I'm working on this. So being able to be transparent and not hide. I said, this is scary to me too. I need to really build a lot of courage. I have fear, I have doubts, I have insecurities, and I'm going through that right now to make this happen, to really become an expert in the things that I want. I might mess up, but I will keep going, because I know that I will work until I will get successful. Because trust deepens, not when you flawless, but when you open about your flaws and still show up fully. Because showing up every single day, no matter what, that's build trust, not perfection. The last one, fifth thing that really builds trust is mirror their worth even when they can't see it. Mirror their worth even when they can't see it. Such a powerful thing. I think that so many times we forget how much worth we have. We have self doubt, insecurities, we lose, we make mistakes, and those insecurities allows us to really reduce our attitude and the view on how we see ourselves. So when you have a person who's able to see you who you truly are and who you're becoming, and really act with you as you with that becoming version of you rather than who you were and who you are, Because it's terrible when you have friends who see you who you were and act you with that person who you used to be, and they bring you down, and that takes away trust. You don't want to spend with that person anymore. So being able to speak with that person to the version of them who are they becoming, that's builds massive trust. Reflect truth back to them when they are doubting it. They doubt about their goals, they doubt about their vision, they doubt about their skills, they doubt about themselves, and being able to really be, again, this is like grounded and know that this is what is important for them, and this they are capable to achieving because they have willpower, they have motivation, they have everything they need to succeed, and being able to believe in them, that's what builds massive trust. To trust someone is to feel to feel seen even when you are lost. Become a mirror of their light, not a spotlight on their shame. Become a mirror of their light. Being able to shine back their light to them and really say that this is what I seen from you and this is who you are. And I think that's sometimes we by the way communicating, we can really bring shame. Do you really want you to act like this? And I think that the communication and words are so powerful. Are becoming communicating from not don't do that, or we're sharing what they're able to do and what they're able and what they're capable of doing. Because I think that you be supposed to learn that rather than saying don't do that, we're supposed to say that what you're supposed to do. And this again showing the light that they're capable of doing. And because that's a massive, massive thing. And of course that's a build massive trust. And I think the most important part about trust is that sometimes we believe that one massive step will allow us to build trust. That's not how it works. Tiny, small, 100 tiny, small improvements, moments of alignment really builds us massive trust. And that consistently compounds. And we're able to do that. I think that over and over again, that's where the true trust is built. And at the same time, could be destroyed by small, tiny things. I think that a lot of times people believe, oh, like, I just did something small because so many times we do small actions that really destroy the trust. Little by little, little by little, little by little. And at some point, you do the small thing and that trust disappears because it compounds. And a small thing becomes a massive, huge thing in every life. You could the same as with building trust. So you add those small things, starts compound. At some point, you have a massive trust with that person. So I hope you should reflect as well. Who you would love to build that the most trust in your life? Are you building? Do you have the trust? And if you're not, I think that it's time to build that trust because it will not come overnight. If you want to have trust with a person, you need to start right now because it will take some time. And if you don't have trust, the most beautiful thing is that we're able to build when we just need to make intentional choice, decision to start working on that. So I hope you choose win and see you tomorrow.